to pay to live on, that is what they're trying to save. And and I know I'm overly optimistic, but I actually believe something's going to change here. I believe something is going to work. I mean, yes, you have the celebrities, but I'm not worried about the celebrities because, they're famous enough. It's awesome that they support the people. That's awesome. But this thing is gaining so much weight and pull that the United Nations is investigating. Now, let's say the United Nations, and I just posed this to my wife the other day. Let's say the United Nations investigate and they show that the United States, that these military, these police in full-blown military gear have assaulted in a way that goes against the Geneva Convention, that they are violating civil rights of these people. And the United States doesn't stop. Let's say they just don't stop on these protesters. What do we do if another country begins to invade the United States because of how we're treating our own people? And I'm using the term we very loosely. I am not connected. I'm about as disconnected. I don't even claim a race, But hey, if it matters, my skin's white. But what's going to happen if countries begin to band together and they say, oh, there is continued assaults on the indigenous people of this continent, and these countries begin to invade or impose some kind of sanctions or something against the United States? That's okay. The United States has one of the highest, if not the highest, military budget in the world. I think we'll be fine. The plan is apparently to go to war, stay at war. But these police, they're going to be conflicted in their decisions on how to respond, I would hope, anyway, to veterans who've decided, you know what, when I was active, I could not protest. Go back and watch Fahrenheit 9/11, Michael Moore's masterpiece. I know people have put it down, but I love it. I think it's a very blatant eye-opener into the inner workings of this government. And you had these soldiers over there saying, why are we here? You had one guy making, just just a little over $1,000 a month, while the contractors who are over there stealing the oil were making $20,000. So our military was to be nothing but bodyguards for the contractors to steal that oil. And that's their excuse about this pipeline. They're saying, "Oh, well, we have this reserve that was, previously unknown. I forgot how many, billions of gallons of oil they said is there. But this pipeline is going to make us more self-sufficient." Well, bullshit. Is it going to drop the price of gas? Of course not. People last year didn't even get a raise in their Social Security, and the government used the fact that the gas prices haven't risen. So no one gets a raise. I'm living on less than $750 a month. You think I don't know what hungry is? But before I make that entirely too personal about what the government, and mind you, I will say this, I am anti-government all the way. I am absolutely am anti-government. But in no way do I condone the people who go to join, ISIS and the Taliban and the Al-Qaeda and, whatever little group of the week pops up somewhere. Because it's wrong to hurt people, especially over religion. It's wrong to hurt and kill people for anything. It's not, their actions are not justified. But you do have to understand, see, that when we go over there and we destroy these families and these houses, well, these orphans, these kids that are left behind grow up, and they're all anti-United States. There are schools who begin the day in the Middle East with the chant of death to America. Absolutely. But yes, the conflict between the cops and the veterans who show up. As I said, there's a camaraderie, a brotherhood of people who serve. course, it's not completely perfect, as many veterans. If you saw, go search YouTube or Facebook for the video of a veteran who was denied his free meal. And darn it, I forgot the restaurant, but so I'm not going to say what I think it is. But he was denied. They literally came and took his food from him because someone said that this man, this African American man, was not a veteran. Of course, now that manager of that restaurant was, they didn't say he was fired. They said he was removed. But then go look at the VA. I mean, while I'm reading this, I come across an article that said up to 600 veterans were potentially exposed to HIV and hepatitis C in a Wisconsin, Toma, Wisconsin VA, because the dentist did not employ what they, I can't remember exactly how they worded it, but when I realized I didn't have the teleprompter, I was going to give up and not say anything. But this dentist wasn't cleaning his instruments. So the VA is offering free screenings now to see if any of the veterans have contracted any infection, HIV or hepatitis. And they come home, they're called baby killers, and they come home and they're called all these names. It wasn't their fault, because of what they told they were going to defend. I mean, you hear this phrase, they're over there defending our freedoms. That question, how the hell did our freedoms get over there in Syria? How the hell did our freedoms get in Afghanistan? They're not defending anything. They're stealing everything. The United States is a bully. Nothing but a bully. But hey, we learned it from England. And no offense to Maryland, my friend, if you're listening, or will listen, but this was all decided way before we were a part of this game. But when 2,000 veterans who allowed their hearts to bring them to the decision to become protectors of the citizens of this country, when they stand against their government for the greater good, you have to listen. You have to pay attention. If they're good enough to defend you and I against the terrors of the world, and come home to be spat upon by the very people they were protecting, they had the nerve to be out there on that wall to fight the good fight. And now they're standing in solidarity with the first people to protect this earth from a government that doesn't care. A government in which our current president-elect Trump owns stock in the very company, destroying sacred sites for the love of that oil and that money. So here again, the government utilizes the same old tactic of divide and conquer among the whites too, because they're going to pit veterans potentially against veterans. They're really going to create a divide and conquer scenario here. It's nothing less than proof that this government does and always has placed the value of oil far higher than the very people of which the government is supposed to be of, by, and for. Divide and conquer. And speaking of Trump, an article published today at pbs.org says it all. The title of the article is Trump Team Says He Supports Construction of Dakota Access Oil Pipeline. Well, why wouldn't he when he stands to gain so much money? And he already has a ton. You got to worry when somebody who has as much money as Trump has needs to gain that much more. But anyway, I digress. For the moment.
Great Spirit, grant me vision that I may not go wrong and find myself in prison of things I have not done. Teach me the secret that I might see. Fill my heart with compassion to love my enemy. Mother Earth will feed our hunger. Father Sky will love her well. Make me worthy of this vision that no human tongue could ever tell. The winds of life blowing for directions, the sacred waters flow to the sea. The eagle flies high as any mountain. Oh, great Spirit, keep us free. Give me strength to learn a lesson. Make me wise to understand what it takes to walk in beauty as I learn to walk this sacred land. The winds of life blowing for directions, the sacred waters flow to the sea. The eagle flies high as any mountain. Oh, great Spirit, keep us free. The winds of life blowing for directions, the sacred waters flow to the sea. The eagle flies high as any mountain. Oh, great Spirit, keep us free. Oh, great Spirit, keep us free. Oh, great Spirit, keep us free. I pray to you, great Spirit, please hear me.
Oh, Dakota. Oh, United. Oh.
Okay, I guess that's long enough of a break. That's Robbie Romero and the Prayer Song. And you know, when we were in Minnesota, we actually we got to meet. I believe they had a group called Native Thunder. All my wife introduced me to all this, but But yes,